may be at the point this time that you want to begin signing up your campers or your youth or children or adults, whatever is going to participate in your retreat. And as you get the information out to them, there'll be a lot of other forms that they need to fill out. For example, a release form. And that will be pretty important for you, so you can release any liabilities from you or your church. Also, a camp may require that as well. It'll probably be at the bottom of the form that you'll have to sign. If you're doing any other activities like challenge course or paintball, any of those type of things, even swimming, they may have a release form for that every child or youth will have to fill out, even adult. Also, you need to make sure they fill out before you leave, because they sometimes require, of course if they're minors, require that their parents or guardian will sign that. So make sure all that information is filled out early before you come to your retreat or to the facility that you're going to be at. That'd be very important. Also, with that information that you have everybody fill out, a health form is going to be pretty important, because you want to make sure that if there's any problems at all that each of these people that are participating in your retreat may be having. And it's good to know those things. If there's some sort of problem that you may be aware of. For example, if they have certain medicines they have to have, especially children, or if they have asthma or something like that. Also, if you're participating in any activity at camp or at a facility, they may need to know those type of things, because they're prepared, they're going to be watching, and they're looking out for the safety of all the people who are participating in that activity. So make sure that that form is filled out and that information is given. Also, it helps camps as well. If they have food allergies for kids or adults, many camps will help with that and prepare special meals so they can just have something for them, especially if there's a lot of foods they can't eat. They can have something already prepared for them. So that's a really good thing to let the camp know, and they'll be prepared in advance for you. You may, part of your plan, to make sure that you meet with your chaperones, kind of give them some idea what is expected from them. And they want to have an idea of what the game plan is too, because they may not have any idea what you have planned, the schedule. And if you can provide that for them in advance, they'll be prepared. You may need to do some witnessing training with them. They may have never led anyone to Christ, so you might want to take the time to be able to do that. Also, if they're doing a Bible study, make sure they're prepared and have an idea of where they're going with that. So spend the time with meeting with the chaperones and make sure that y'all are on the same page. Also, this would be a good time to have a meeting with your parents as well as the campers or students that are going along with you. This meeting will be pretty critical of letting everybody know what is expected. If there's additional money, additional costs, or arrival for the camp or coming back. Also, the parents may have a lot of questions that you may need to answer, as well as the campers. So make sure you have that meeting time sometime maybe a week or two before your retreat or your summer camp, and to answer all questions they may have. You may also want to secure your transportation. If you have to rent a van or a bus or even have a driver, you may want to check in about 6 months in advance to make sure that you have that scheduled. Because many other churches or organizations already book their transportation pretty far in advance. So make sure that you have that already scheduled. And that may be part of your budget as well. You'll need to know about how much that's going to cost to divide it among your who your campers are going to be or your adults. And you may want to check with your church, because they may want to pay for that, the transportation side. You may have your own van or bus, and that's great, and that'll save you a little money. You do need to calculate the extra cost for gas, or if you have a chaperone that drives, you may want to take care of his process of his retreat as well. But also, you need to make sure that vehicle is in great working order. So beforehand, you want to make sure it's been serviced and taken care of. There's nothing that's more worse than being about 6 hours away and have a broken down bus or van and have to wait or stay in a hotel, and the kids need to get home. Parents get upset because they're away and very anxious about it. So it's important that you make sure that that vehicle is in great working order. So that way everybody's safe and you have a great experience. Also, you need to look at just being prepared. You've done all this planning, you've worked for months and make sure everything is just right. There's always going to be things that you're just not sure about. Things that will happen that you're not ready for. So it's kind of think ahead. Maybe part of your checklist would be to make sure you have plenty of extra cash on hand. Make sure you have a visa or church visa. You may need to find out locations. For example, if you're at a conference center or a camp, or wherever the places that you'll be for your retreat, find out where the local hospitals are, where the restaurants are, where the other attractions are. And that way you know where these places are, especially if it's a hospital or even a place that may be a good mechanic that will take care of your van or your bus just in case something does happen. You just never know. And it'd be nice to bring some extra health forms, just some extra emergency information, maybe plenty of phone numbers, all the parents, so you can contact them in case there's an emergency. And make sure that the parents have all that information as well, because they may need to contact you. So try to think ahead. I know it's very difficult at times to plan for everything, but if you're prepared, I think that's going to make you have a great experience. The last thing, which is really the most important thing, you need to spend some time in prayer, because this retreat is going to impact people's lives. And so you want to make sure that God is working among this and all the planning, even up to that event. You may even consider taking your chaperones or some leadership of your church maybe about 2 or 3 months in advance and begin to pray weekly together of the campers or adults that will be at this retreat, and pray for them individually. Or maybe if you're going to do some mission work, pray for the people that you'll be helping. That's going to be vital, and that's going to be a part of your ministry of touching many lives. Not only the lives that are participating in that summer camp or retreat, but also the lives that you're impacting outside of that. So prayer is a vital part of that. Hopefully this has been great information for you, and it will prepare you for any kind of retreat or camp that you are in the process of planning. This is a great resource that you can come back anytime, day and night, and just grab just as much information as you can. Also, just if you need some extra help, ask the camp directors or people at these facilities. They're always eager to give you some information to help you along. Like this resource here, they may have also something like this that may be available to you. So just ask them, and I'm sure they'll be eager to help. Hopefully this has been great help, and so check back with us later. We'll give you some more information.